Okay, so we've got my tree skirt knitted, and at least the body of it knitted, and I've got my 39 stitches cast on for the tree skirt border. I've marked my 7 stitches on either side that are going to be garter. It's just easier for the wrong side rows because you can just purl from stitch marker to stitch marker. So we're going to go ahead and do this to show you how to attach the border sections of my knitted Christmas tree skirts with the bodies of the skirts. So instead of knitting a very long section and then seaming it or piecing it together, which you could totally do, I don't have the patience for that. You can try this option, which is a little different at first, but then you get the hang of it and it's quite enjoyable actually. It saves you from binding off all of these live stitches around the Christmas tree skirt body, and then you also have no more guesswork. I mean, I guess I could do it and tell you how long and how many rows to work the border section, but this is the way I prefer to do it. Okay, so you're going to work all the way across the last, oops, silly roving, 7 stitches, which I again have marked off with my stitch marker here. Okay, so I slip my stitch marker and I'm going to knit 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 1 stitch from the border of my tree skirt left to knit. And then I've got the body of my Christmas tree skirt here. I'm going to flip it over to a wrong side row. Or the wrong side of the work, I should say. Okay, so I have it here. Now this is the part that gets a little tricky, and the way I have to hold this with my camera, it gets a little wonky too. So I promise it will feel a lot easier as you go. But you're going to, I like to take that last stitch off of your left-hand needle, slip it on to the needle, the left-hand needle of the tree skirt body. So I've got last stitch from my border, live stitch from my body of my skirt, and I'm going to knit them together to join them. Okay. Now when you're first doing this, I like to take the right hand needle of my Christmas tree skirt body and kind of pull it out, or this is where a trusty stitch stopper comes in handy so that they won't come off there. So now you're going to work back across in the first row of your tree skirt border. So again, now that you're kind of attached, you've got a little bit more weight, but you're going to start working by knitting that same stitch and then just working and following the instructions in the pattern. I'm not going to go through and do it the whole way because each of my tree skirts is different. So you can follow the pattern instructions from there. And then every time you come back on an even side row, flip the whole thing over so that you're on the wrong side of the work, knit one stitch, the last stitch from your border, with the next stitch on your left needle from your tree skirt body, and you'll just keep piecing it together as you work around. If you have questions, you can drop them in the comments or email me at maggie@knittinginthepark.com.